On the heels of Lynn or Caitlin joining them, we check in with Krista and Nicole, the first two jurors, and we learn the rules to the next head of household competition. Now on Big Brother Cheesecake 3, Under the Sea. Hello, I'm Andrew Shefsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 3 Under the Sea. It's day 64 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and this week Jojo is the head of household. He nominated Lynn and Julian for eviction, but Julian won the Golden Power Veto in the Big Brother Otev veto competition. Jojo then used his Emerald Power Veto to veto the entire competition, but in a random draw, Julian won his Golden Power Veto back, and chose to use it to save himself. Jojo nominated Caitlin in his place, which means tomorrow, either Lynn or Caitlin will be evicted. The house guests have already cast their votes to evict, and the flipper window is now closed, so tomorrow you will find out whether Lynn or Caitlin will become the 10th person evicted from Big Brother Cheesecake 3 Under the Sea, and will join Krista and Nicole in the jury house. And what will be the rules to the next head of household competition? We'll find out shortly. But first, Krista and Nicole spent the entire Thanksgiving weekend with their families, but also, and it's funny because they said they were both relieved that their phones were not going off constantly, but now that they had the Thanksgiving weekend off, they had all the time in the world to play the game. So it was kind of ironic that it worked out that way. And interesting that the two Americans both went in the double eviction. But Krista and Nicole were the first two members of the jury, and they were not afraid to hold back. So just FYI, I am going to try not to reveal anything that's super confidential, but at the same time, there is going to be some game chat, and that is going to be revealed. And I'm going to try and keep it as it's a really gray area as to where the line is, because on the television show, the house guests don't know what the jurors are saying, but I obviously want to have a jury segment. So it is a bit of a gray area, but I'm trying to keep it as close as possible to not crossing the line. But I'm sure there will be complainers. Anywho, okay, let's take a look at what the jury house is up to. Hey, it's me! Remember? Elizabeth Warren, Krista! I'm starting to believe that Julian is fated to win this game. 2 vetoes in a row and one of them contested, but he gets it anyway? That's more than just luck. Wait a minute. I spent the entire Thanksgiving weekend with my family. Did Julian's name get picked in the random draw after? Go, Jewel Cole! I've been flying across the country and just got home. Is that true? Because... Are you piranhas conspiring against Jewel Cole? And then I reveal that yes, Julian's name did come out in the draw. I'm crying! This is amazing and hilarious! Back in the game, so who's he gonna be on the block? Oh, this is so ridiculous! And I think I know what Jojo's plan was. Guess it didn't go according to plan. Oops! You know, there is one house guest I would absolutely not vote for. In fact, there are 2 people, so hopefully those 2 don't go up against each other in the final 2. They will need to make some damn good pleas for either of them to get my vote. Sadly, no one has spoken to me since my eviction, so it may end up being a coin toss if those 2 unnamed players are in the final together. We can always get more info as more jury members enter. And remember, all the active players are now trying to focus on jury management. Everything they say is BS with whipped cream and sprinkles on top. Oh, and Andrew, if you let Ashley in the final 5, I'm not voting for her under any fucking circumstance. Oh, and another thing. This game is full of rats and snakes. And snakes with rat heads and rats with snake heads. There, I said it. Okay. Yeah. Now it's time to get to the rules for the next head of household competition. Jojo, as outgoing head of household, you're not eligible to compete. Free from the threat of eviction, the head of household wins the responsibility of nominating 2 of his or her fellow house guests for eviction. They will also win the perks of their private HOH bedroom and bathroom, a letter from home, a fruit basket with citrus, and in the event, I believe Caitlin has pieces. Any pieces that are left over will go to this head of household winner. I believe Caitlin has something. I believe Caitlin has a color set. I don't think Lynn does. And there was something else I wanted to say about that. Oh, Jonathan, because you are the holder of the Pooh Brown Power Veto, and this is the last week of eligibility, you must use the Pooh Brown Veto this week, which means you're not eligible to win Head of Household. In the event the nominee, Lynn or Caitlin, who is evicted, wins, then whoever comes in second place will win. So really, we have only 5 people playing in this competition. Lynn, Caitlin, Alvin, Chantel, and Julian. Okay, this Head of Household competition is called the Big Brother Appetizer Survey Part 3. And here's how it works. This is the third of 3 Head of Household competitions that are cute question and answers based on the responses to the appetizer survey you filled in prior to the start of the season. In Season 1 and 2, this competition was very simple. You had to guess the average score of each of the 20 appetizers, and whoever had the most correct, whoever had the most correct would win. But I've changed that up this season because that was a little bit too much luck-based, and I wanted there to be a little bit more skill. So here's how it works. Throughout the day, this competition takes place throughout the day, Tuesday. It will take place in 4 rounds. In round 1, 2, and 3, the round will start with me asking a before or after question regarding the season. For instance, was Charlene evicted before or after Chad? Whoever is the first person to type in the correct answer, which is after, doesn't have to necessarily be spelled correctly in all caps as long as after is there, will win the responsibility, or will win the right, of picking 2 other house guests active in the competition to go into the Shark Tank. The 2 house guests who go into the Shark Tank will then be faced with 5 appetizers, and they must guess what they believe the average score of each appetizer was, from 1 to 20. 1 being the best, 20 being the worst. Remember, you're just going for the average score that the appetizer received from all the house guests combined. For each appetizer, if you are the closest to the correct average, doesn't matter if you're over or under, you get a point. Best 3 out of 5 between the 2 in the Shark Tank will stay in the competition. The other is eliminated. If you both say the same number, let's say for one of the appetizers you each say 10, whoever submitted it first will get it right. Whoever survives the Shark Tank will go back into the pool. So there's 5 house guests in the first round, there will be 4 after the first round. Then I will ask another before or after question, and again, 2 people will go into the tank. In round 4, when we're down to the final 2, we're simply both going into the tank, and whoever wins that heat will become the new head of household. Okay? It's that simple. With that said, who will be the 10th person evicted from Big Brother Cheesecake 3, will drown out of the Big Brother Cheesecake house, lose their shot at the $300 Cheesecake Factory gift card, and become the 3rd member of the jury, Lynn or Caitlin? And who will rise to power and become the new head of household? That's all tomorrow. I'm Andrew Chefs at Moonvest. Take care, and we leave you as we eavesdrop on the house guests. Good night.